What's up, fellow spooky friends? The Sinister Carny Carousel coming to you live from Halloween Horror Nights 2024. So we just did get into our initial Stay and Scream. This is night one, Wednesday, September 4th. We have another night coming tomorrow. We're going to try and bring you lots of film. Matt, what are you excited for?
I'm looking forward to all of them. I'm looking forward to get some food right now as soon as we finish this little segment.
It's been really brutal most of the day, but luckily today we are getting some shade from the clouds and hopefully not too much rain. We do have our good friend Ishmael around too. You may have seen him from the Renaissance Fair video, depending on what comes out first. And we're going to have a good fun time. Try to bring you some footage from the scare zones. We'll get you some of the food items and things walking around, and hopefully some pictures or film from the houses. We'll check in with you guys later. Yeah, so we are so excited to be here at Universal for the Halloween Horror Nights this year. It really is our first big event on the channel. So we've done a couple things with the Paranormal Cirque, and we did film some stuff at the PA Renaissance Fair and a couple other little places, but really the first big event that we're able to do on the channel, and we're really happy to be able to bring that to you guys this year.
Very excited.
Now, before we get into some of the tips and tricks of the night and some of the houses and scare zones and all that, we did manage to take a trip inside of the Tribute Store. So for those who are not familiar, the Tribute Store is set up in the park. In this case, it's set up kind of near Rip Ride Rocket and the Jimmy Fallon ride. And it's going to contain a lot of the different artwork and things from Halloween Horror Nights and the different houses. A lot of times it's going to include clues of what might be in the houses or what the houses are themed to and things like that. And then of course it's going to have all of your different Halloween Horror Nights merch inside of it. Anything that you could possibly want. They have shirts, they have pins, all different kinds of apparel, even little planners, little fun things, different things themed to the houses, usually broken up into different sections. They have some food items, things like that. So all of your shopping needs and things like that for Horror Nights are going to be in there, and it's just a really cool atmosphere inside. Sometimes they have different sets from other houses they had. Some of the pieces in here look like they were from the Last of Us house from last year, and some other things that they put inside of that Tribute Store. So definitely, if you're down at Halloween Horror Nights, go ahead and check it out when you have time throughout the night. We did it before getting into the Stay and Scream because we got into the park a little bit early. If you have time during the night, go ahead and stop in, or whenever you might have time during your evening.
All right, here we are at the Stay and Scream. Now they've advanced us to the haunted house, so we're minutes away from our first haunted house of HHN. Insidious is what we picked. We're thinking we can get through this one and Quiet Place before the lines really start to build, and then we'll start burning through our fast passes. As you see, I have an eye patch. Jeff has the very dark glasses, so we have two different tests we're trying here to see how to acclimate better to the darkness from being in the sunlight, so we can see immediately after entering into the attraction. So we'll see how it works out.
Yeah, luckily enough today it's actually a little cloudy outside, so it's not as bright, but still bright. So when we get out, we'll compare and see who saw more details, and we'll know for further days today and tomorrow and then next year what is going to work best. All right, guys. So this is a good example of good strategy here at HHN. So we did the Stay and Scream, and we were actually standing next to a gentleman who was really nice, and he decided to go. He stayed in Stay and Scream with us for a couple hours, and they're going to go use their express passes first. But if you can see, the express line's really short, and we stayed in the Stay and Scream. We're not going to use our express right away, and we're just right here, right around the corner. So we may maybe 5 more minutes longer to get into the stage. Probably
30,
not even
30 seconds longer.
So it doesn't really pay to use the express passes right away. You want to save them. Try and get through some houses first while you can, while the lines are short, and then use your express passes, and that'll actually allow you to be able to come through again a second time to whatever your favorite house might be that you're starting at with the stand screen.
What's that on the map?
It's called a green goo in the barrel.
Everybody's doing about the same thing. Holy crap, that's so sweet.
Hey guys, Jeff, Matt, and Ishmael checking in. So this just goes to show the importance of having a plan and executing that plan. So we started out in the stand screen at the start of the park. We went into the Insidious line right away. We got in there. We were one of the first, probably in the first 5 minutes of the line getting in. And then we went right from there over to the Quiet Place house. And we have now done 5 out of the 10 houses. And it's only, let's see, it's only 7:30. We've done 5 out of the 10 houses, and we haven't even used our express passes yet. So we've really been chewing them up. We started out, like I said, at the front. We did those 2 houses, and once those started getting filled up, we actually moved to the back of the park, and all of the ones in the back were like 5 to 10 minutes that we were able to get through. So really, again, that's why it's important to have a strategy going on and execute that strategy. Taking a quick break. All of us just got the food at the Triplets of Terror kiosk. We got the burger that they have there, the Say Cheese cheeseburger. Matt also had the fish and chips. What do you think, Matt, so far, the themed foods?
Pretty good so far. Both of those were pretty standard. Usually they have some kind of a gimmick with them. We didn't have any of the gimmicky foods yet. Maybe that'll come later tonight.
Yeah, a lot of the other places here have ones that have like Cheetos dust or Doritos dust, ghost pepper on the corn dog. Ishmael, you enjoying the burger?
Oh, really good. I'm looking forward for the marshmallow.
Yeah, the state we're
Yeah,
looking
desserts
forward to
next.
this.
We got to figure out the desserts now.
The Stay Puffed Marshmallow Man, maybe some adult beverages in there. Ishmael, this is your first time at Halloween Horror Nights. Me and Matt were here last year. What do you think so far?
Awesome time. Yeah, well worth it.
Yeah.
Are you ready? Yeah.
So also with our plan, I've been utilizing my glasses here that have the red film on them, the dark glasses with red film on them for seeing better in the houses when it's light out. Starting to get dark, so we won't need to. Matt's been going back and forth between glasses and eye patch. What do you think is better? Or
Yeah, I've been doing a couple of different things. First of all, do something, because when you walk in, whichever method you're using and you enact it, it just lightens everything up. You're going to see a whole lot more. I tried an eye patch on one eye. It's good, but the problem is when you go in, you're at least halfway through the house and the eyes are still trying to adjust, so it's a little bit awkward, it has you a little bit off balance. I have a pair of dark sunglasses with red tint on. They worked well. You take them off when you go in. I tried regular sunglasses. They work well. And the eye patch does work. I even tried switching it over, so I'm just looking through one eye, but it just has you a little off balance. So I think Jeff has the best right there with the dark glasses and the red tint. To be able to see it, but definitely do something. It's just a whole different world. You'll walk in there and take those off and can see everything right away.
yeah, than just going in with no glasses, no nothing at all. And of course, once it gets dark, you won't need that, but the start of the night certainly. And if you're coming early in the season when the sun's out for a while, it's a huge help, and you see so much more detail. So Matt was so upset this year that there was no creature from the Black Lagoon that he had to dress up like the Gill Man here, dressed all in green in his nice little suit. But yeah, it's drizzling on and off tonight, but not ruining the fun that we're having.
Unfortunately, what this did mean for us is that a lot of the outdoor attractions, well, not a lot of, all of the outdoor attractions, all of the scare zones, were constantly putting their actors out, bringing them in, putting them out, bringing them back in. Anytime you got a little bit of rain, any kind of thunder, lightning in the area, they would take those actors back in. So unfortunately, we really didn't get a whole lot of film the first night, but thankfully the second night it was on and off to start, and then it stopped, and we were able to get more film. We were able to film the torture fair a little bit on the first night, so you'll see some of those clips, but other than that, weren't able to get a whole lot of film just with the constant on and off rain.
What's up, everybody? So it's about 10:15 p.m. here on the first night that we have at the Halloween Horror Nights, and we just got done doing Monstrous, the Monsters of Latin America, which actually was our final house of the night, final house in terms of completing all 10. We have a lot that we're going to do yet. We're going to be here till as late as we can, hopefully make it to 2 a.m. this morning. Last year we didn't make it that late till closing. We did 12:30 I think one night and 1 o'clock the other night. We're going to try and make it as late as we can. But again, just proving out the strategy again that do the stay and scream early, get a couple houses done, and keep checking the times. Get to the back of the park, do the ones that have the low wait times, and then go around. Again, it's 10:15. We were able to get through all 10 of those houses with only using 4 of our express passes. So if you're not familiar, the express, they're not unlimited. You only get 1 per house. So we were able to get everything done with only utilizing 4. So we now have 6 houses that we can actually go back and do again on the express to get through right away. And then as the night goes on, the times fluctuate. We look if anything's 20, 25 minutes or less. We can go through, and that's would be a recommendation from us just throughout the night. If you see a house that you want to go into and it's 25, even maybe 30 minutes or less, it might be better just to go through without your express, save it for later, and go again. And a lot of times the wait times are shorter than what they appear. I'm gonna flip it over to Matt here. So Matt, we just got done going through all 10 houses. What are your impressions so far?
Well, they're all well done. They have great sets, good soundtracks, a lot of good jump scares. My favorite so far, I think, is Bloodlines. The story there, it's a good story to follow. Basically, it's a relative of Van Helsing going after a lot of the classic monsters. So it's a good story, a lot of action in there, and I really enjoyed that one so far.
You have anything to say about coming early in the year, September versus October?
It's a good way to start off the Halloween season. Less crowded, so you can get around and everything. The heat's not great, but you probably have that all the time here. So, it's a good kickoff so far.
Well, guys, the elephant in the room obviously is that we were not granted media access rights this year for the Halloween Horror Nights, which is really why you haven't seen any footage from the houses yet. We thought, based on how the rules read on the official website, it said no flash photography and no videography. We thought we'd be able to at least take some stills for you and do a little bit more, about the houses and some more information there. But unfortunately, when we contacted, they said no, without the media credentials, no anything inside, no stills, no videos, no flash photography. We did get some film of Torture Fair, which we have playing in the background. We mentioned earlier that the rain was on and off, so every time we were going through one of the scare zones, it seemed like they were pulling the actors away, or the actors were already away, and didn't get a chance to film. But we did get some film on the second day that you'll see, but enjoy this film from the Torture Fair. And fingers crossed that we will be able to build up the channel a little bit and bring you some media access next year for Halloween Horror Nights. The Torture Fair was really fun and nostalgic for Matt, Ishmael, and myself. All of us got our start at our local haunt at an attraction called Age of Darkness, which was also a medieval-themed type of attraction, and then also in further evolutions of that attraction, it included a torture chamber and had all different kinds of torture devices and things in it, just like the Torture Fair does here at Halloween Horror Nights. before we get to the end of the video here, I just want to summarize our strategy that has worked really well for us 2 years in a row now. So we split it up into 2 nights, houses and scare zones. So the first night, of course, we get the express passes, we get the stay and scream, we take advantage of the stay and scream, and our sole goal that first night is to just get through all of the houses, utilizing a combination of the express passes and taking advantage of the shorter lines. The second night, we will then focus more on the experiences and the scare zones and the extras. So we'll walk around the scare zones more, we'll interact with the actors more, we'll go see the Death Eaters in Diagon Alley, we do the Nightmare Fuel show, and kind of, again, all those extracurricular things outside of the houses. We will still do a few houses when the lines are short, but it's really nice to split it up into 2 days. If you only have 1 day, absolutely you will need to get the express passes, and then I would recommend utilizing your express passes from the start so you can get through all of the houses really quickly, and then you can go ahead and experience some of those scare zones and the Death Eaters and everything all in 1 night and be able to do it.
Hey everyone, it's Jeff coming to you live at the end of the night. Apologize if the sound's not great here, I'm using my mic, but it, of course, right at the end of the night, it's been on and off rain all night, but like just, you know, really light showers and some thunder and lightning. But right at the end as I'm walking out, it started to pour. So I had to come in near a gift shop here, and there's some music and obviously people coming around. But long day. We started out with the early entry in the parks around 7 o'clock. And Matt went back and took a break around lunchtime. Me and Ishmael stayed, walked around the parks up until about 1:30. And then we went back just to change clothes and come right back into the Stay and Scream. And we've been going mostly all night since. Matt and Ishmael actually left around 12:30, and I can't fault them. Their bodies were getting tired, legs and stuff like that. Mine's, they were good, but bodies and stuff were starting to shut down, and me too. But I had a goal of staying till 2 a.m. I met that, and that's what we did. Let's see the clock. A little bit before 1:43, 1:44, if you can see that, guys, on the camera. But I don't like staying till the very last minute. I've worked in amusement parks. I know, people that start leaving at 2, but really then it's after 2 by the time they get out of the gate. And just want to get back to the bus and get back, take a shower. Like I said, it's been a long day. Done north of 40,000 steps. I know I don't have the exact total because it's gone from one day to the other, but north of 40,000 steps, north of 19, maybe 20 miles. But it's been good. I did 17 houses. Did all 10 at least once. The 6 that we saved our express passes for in the first pass, did those again, so 6 more. And then I actually did A Quiet Place the third time. It's been really good. Unfortunately, with the rain on and off, we didn't really get a chance to do a lot of the scare zones and film in the scare zones because with the lightning and the rain, anytime it was coming out, they were sending the actors back inside. So every time we were going through the scare zones, it seemed like they were taking the actors away. So hopefully tomorrow night, night 2, we'll be able to do it. See what tomorrow holds. Hopefully my feet will hold up and we'll go from there. But till then, thanks.